Welcome to Intel's next generation Core Ultra global launch. Today we're proud to announce our newest Core Ultra processor, codenamed Lunar Lake. Lunar Lake has significant architectural innovations: cores, graphics, and AI. It's the most power-efficient processor we have ever built. We've overhauled the entire architecture, its design, and its construction. First, the performance core. It's wider, faster, and more scalable than any core we've ever built. It's the new foundation for how we think about core design moving forward. Compared to our last P-core, it delivers double-digit increases in performance, performance per watt, and performance per area. With Lion Cove, Lunar Lake delivers the fastest CPU core of any processor in a thin and light laptop. Let's move on to the second type of core, the efficiency core we codename Skymont. It has 2x the throughput for AI. It has a much better and enhanced branch predictor. It's wider and deeper for more throughput and has a massive 68% IPC increase. Yes, 68%. Now let's move on to graphics. The overall in our graphics processor is just as remarkable. Lunar Lake is the first product to use our new XE2 graphics architecture, and XE2 delivers substantial improvements in energy efficiency. There are 8 graphics cores in Lunar Lake. The average performance lift of each core, about 30%. In many games, examples Cyberpunk, Spider-Man, Hogwarts Legacy, we're seeing performance improvements up to 50%. The crowning achievement of XE2 is simple. It's the fastest built-in GPU in the industry. To prove that, we've tested nearly 50 different games, and we're faster than our competitors' best, 16% faster than AMD. 68% faster than Qualcomm. And that was actually very difficult to measure because 23 games didn't run on the ARM processor. Gaming is more than just performance. Our investment in drivers and day zero game compatibility are a huge part of the experience for our customers. Now we'd like to show a demonstration of the Arc GPU in action running on Lunar Lake. All systems are running the same game, Dota 2. We're going to look at performance and power. So first up, look at Lunar Lake versus AMD on the left. Both are running about the same frame rates, but Lunar Lake is running at about 30% lower power. Then if you move to the right-hand side, you'll see Lunar Lake versus Qualcomm, and Lunar Lake's running about 25% faster, but at half the power. If we do the math, Lunar Lake laptop delivers 35% more energy efficiency than AMD, and over twice that of Qualcomm. At the end of the day, however, we know performance is king for everyone watching, so let's recap. We're 30% faster than our prior gen, 16% faster than AMD, and 68% faster than Qualcomm. Now let's move on to AI. We have 120 total platform tops in Lunar Lake, and every one of our engines have been increased in their capability. The NPU is 4 times bigger. The GPU has added AI extensions, and we've doubled the AI throughput of the cores. XE2 has another trick called XE matrix extensions. We call it XMX, which delivers up to 67 tops just from the GPU. The Lunar Lake GPU is the fastest AI accelerator in a mobile processor ever. Building on the GPU, we also have a new NPU, nearly 4 times the performance of our prior gen, up to 48 tops. Other NPUs have similar specs on paper, but we deliver the best performance by doing more with every top because our developers are focused on optimizing their applications and enabling new workloads versus fixing legacy compatibility issues. Now let's talk about power efficiency. Lunar Lake's systems shatter the myth that x86 can't do low power and long battery life. Lunar Lake is the most efficient x86 processor ever. The efficiency in Lunar Lake is far more than cores. It's packaging, it's the fabrics, it's how we cache, and of course, process technology. Compared to our previous generation, we slashed SoC power 50%. When it came to battery life, we pulled out all the stops. Laptops based on Lunar Lake can deliver 20 hours of active and productive battery life. In fact, we measured it this week on a customer system ready to launch, and that's 20 hours in a workload that is much more demanding than simply watching a video on a dimmer screen. Let's finally touch on compatibility. Before you can even experience performance or power, you need your application to just run. There's nothing more frustrating than when you load your app, it doesn't work. Core Ultra is built on the proven platform of x86 with software compatibility. You don't need a website to check if your favorite app will run. Generational compatibility is one of the PC's greatest strengths, and Lunar Lake does not break that trust. And in this spirit, we're expanding our AI efforts to another operating system. Please join me in welcoming John Solomon from Google. Thank you, John, for coming to Berlin.
Hey, Jim. So rather than me just talk about it theoretically, let me show you some examples. So you can look on the screen behind me, but what you're seeing there is Help Me Read. This is a new AI-powered feature we're introducing actually later this month. It's September already, right? Yeah.
Thanks for showing it here first, bud.
Yeah, it's the first time we're actually showing it publicly, so we can all applaud.
Yeah.
And you know, this is a kind of core productivity feature that we're focused on. This is something we all do in our real world. In fact, if you think about Help Me Read in action, the Intel team sent me a long, detailed email, actually multiple.
I'm sorry.
To help me prepare for this event. And like most of you, I'm running late, I'm a little behind on my emails, so I didn't have as much time to read all my emails. So I used Help Me Read to figure out what the heck I was supposed to do when, and just incredible productivity saver. So I was super happy about that. You'll also see in the GIF behind me here, Magic Editor. This is one of my personal favorites, where you can quickly make advanced edits to photos with AI. Whether that's unblurring old photos of yourself or your friends, or in the case that you'll see on the slide, I needed to make myself a little bigger in the image, so took advantage of that. So be careful when you look at a slide; you never know exactly what
that's
was
awesome.
really in the picture.
I know your cloud client. That's how you roll. But this is running on device.
Correct.
And it means it's lightning fast, it's local, and it's mine. And I can work while I'm on the move.
Intel has great hardware to run AI locally on your PC, but it's not always easy for everyone to get started. To give everyone the opportunity to try AI on their PC, Intel has released an open source project called AI Playground. Built specifically for Intel Core Ultra and Arc graphics, AI Playground is a simple-to-use Windows app with a really user-friendly interface. You can get started with just one click. It's free, it runs entirely locally, and it has all of the latest capabilities. AI Playground allows you to select from a rich set of AI models, right-sized for local execution on your Intel PC. So let's check it out with Lee. Stable Diffusion is a Gen AI model that allows you to generate images from text or even other images. Here, Lee is prompting the model with Lunar and Lake, of course, to create these beautiful photos you see right here. The inference runs almost instantly on the Arc GPU. Fully local, no cloud needed. From here, we can switch right to a small language model using what's called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. RAG allows you to directly introduce new skills or knowledge to personalize your AI. It's like having a personal chatbot running your data locally on your Intel PC. And here we see a great example for developers. Generating Python. AI Playground is a great example of how we think about AI at Intel. It's open, accessible, and secure. It's a great way to get started if this is your first time using AI on a PC, and it's also a great way to get a jump start if you're a more advanced user. We hope you love it on your new Core Ultra laptop.
So if that wasn't enough, I have one more thing to share. Pre-orders for Lunar Lake start today. Exactly. And you can see systems on retail shelves starting September 24th. We have more than 80 unique designs across more than 20 top OEMs, many of our partners here in the audience, being sold in more than 30 retailers around the world. Only Intel can deliver this scale. What you see over here on your right and my left is a device wall of high-quality premium systems from all of our top OEM partners. And we can't wait for each of you to get your hands on one.